Every week we're going to have letters coming in to your mailbox for Wednesdays. This tells you all about it. You sign up for the email list, you should get this in the email. It is the introduction packet. So it tells you about Eleanor and Grace. I'm just going to flip through real quick. They're two gardens. So they are botanists and librarians, gardeners. They share a lot of stuff. So I found this letter piled in all kinds of Grace's stuff. And it opens up like this. This month we're talking about blooming slowly. Eleanor wrote Grace this letter, and she titled it When the Road Feels Uncertain. And she looked at the scripture, Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. My dearest Grace, this morning I carried my tea into the garden before the day had fully awakened. The air was cold, and the roses along the fence seemed to glow in the soft light of the dawn. For several weeks I have watched them, wondering when they would finally bloom. Day after day they appeared unchanged, and I confess I began to wonder if they had somehow stalled in their growth. Yet this morning I noticed several petals beginning to unfold. What looked the same yesterday had quietly changed overnight. It reminded me how often I expect life to work in the same way. I want answers to arrive quickly. I want decisions to feel certain. I want the road ahead to be clearly marked before I take the first step. Yet so much of life seems to unfold one piece at a time. There are seasons when we can only see a short distance ahead. We stand at a crossroads and wish for a map, but instead we are given a direction. We long for certainty, yet are invited to trust. As I sat among the roses, I found myself thinking about Joshua. When God called him forward, he did not reveal every detail of the journey that day ahead. He did not show him every victory, every hardship, or every turn in the road. Instead, God offered him something far greater than a detailed plan. He offered his presence. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. These words have been resting on my heart this week. They remind me that courage is not having all the answers. Courage is taking the next step while trusting the one who does. The roses are not concerned with tomorrow's weather. They simply receive today's sunshine. They open one petal at a time, according to the seasons they have been given. There is a quiet wisdom in that. I wonder how much of our own growth happens in ways we cannot see yet. Perhaps God is tending things beneath the surface, just as roots stretch unseen beneath the garden soil. Perhaps what appears unchanged is quietly becoming something beautiful. Today I'm choosing to trust Him with the questions I cannot answer and the paths I cannot yet see clearly. I am learning that faith is often less about knowing where we're going and more about knowing who walks beside us. As I finish the letter, the morning sun has climbed high over the garden, and several more roses have begun to open. Their patient blooming feels like a gentle reminder that God's timing is rarely hurried, but it is always faithful. I hope that these words find you in a peaceful moment, dear friend. Whatever uncertainty may lie before you, may you remember that you do not walk alone. With affection, Eleanor. And I put the little stamp, a collection of quiet moments and gentle reminders. Cultivate faith, walk in grace, bloom in His time. So I'm going to show you how I put this envelope in this journal, what all I did, and walk you through the steps and kind of talk about what I have going on. See, I can't remember which way this goes. Here we go. So this has a pocket right here too. We're going to put a pocket. We've got the scripture. I dated it. I stamped it right here as archive stamp. And I just put this in here. I'm going to write my little prayer on there. I think I may write a letter later today or tomorrow to go on this side to Eleanor and Grace. So I invite you to stay and sit with me as I work on this and talk about how my day's been going. You know, I haven't even read our letter yet. I'm just getting ready. I was going to do a voiceover for the video to read the letter, but I've had a lot going on the last few days. Well, few weeks, actually. Today just feels like one of those days that I've just had enough. If I say too much to my kids because they're getting on my nerves about their priorities, my grown kids, then I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to be ugly. I'm not that way normally, but today has been a day. So I just thought I'd share a little bit of that with you. I'm looking at this when the road feels uncertain. Well, right now my road definitely feels uncertain with my surgery coming up and everything. I was able to get my insurance set up, so that works out better. So took a lot off of me there. But my grandbabies, one of them's got camp in a few weeks, and the other one, his birthday is tomorrow, his 18th birthday. So their mama didn't make any plans for all this, and that leaves me, as usual, to try and help. Which, you know, they're my grandbabies. I'm do everything I can for them. But sometimes it's like, how do you say enough's enough? I don't know. So I'm sitting here as I ink these, trying to just calm my heart and thinking about that. And it says, keep your heart steady. He who makes a way, he makes a way where there seems to be none. I have to agree with that because a few weeks ago, I was having problems getting insurance for the surgery and everything because of the new stuff that changed over the first of the year, and I had stopped my health insurance because I couldn't afford to pay more for my health insurance than for my house. But now things have changed again, but God He's taking care of me, so I'm just trying to keep that in mind. So today I will choose faith over fear. And you know, the thing is, sometimes it's so easy to say that. I'm sitting here saying it, but it takes a lot to say, be strong and courageous, or courage, dear heart. And I know there's a lot of you out there too, having your own problems and your own struggles, and you're like, what do I do? Everything's just up in the air. I'm lost. Well, I think we just leave it to God. Joshua 1:9 says, have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous? Do not be frightened and do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. I'll be honest, right now, that just makes me want to cry, because it's like a weight taken off of me to know that God is there and that He's taking care of me. And yeah, I'm inking these just so I can waste some time. Well, I was going to ink them anyway, but I was planning on skipping this part, but it gives me something to do while I'm talking to you. So I'm really excited about the Quiet Archives. I've changed it to the Quiet Archives, which is a letter every week from Eleanor or Grace to each other. And it's a faith-based letter that gives encouragement to us, to anyone. And I hope that it touches your heart and that it brings you comfort like it's bringing me. Because there's just those days it just feels overwhelming. I mean, I've been all right with everything. There's been a couple of days I've been like, what am I doing? Where am I going? But I've been trying to trust in God. So now I've got all these inked and cut out. And I hope I turned on my... Yes, I did turn you on. That's a good thing. I do have these, but I don't know where my little hole punch is. So they're just going to stay right there for right now because I cannot cut circles. What I was wanting to do is kind of make this interactive. And I was at first thinking I'll just put the envelope on the side because of the way my pages are cut. And I cut them before I realized that I kind of wanted to make it 3D and put the letter folded up to where it would pop open. Of course, I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So what I'm thinking, these were from the other day. So I'm going to have all kinds of ephemera. I'm going to need an envelope for them or something. I didn't do anything with this page because I don't know yet what I want to do. But then I set mine up to where this is the introduction page. And then this first part tells you about Eleanor and Grace, and that's where these come in. So later on, I will come in and use these on other days to stick in here. So just a quick flip through. And if you're interested in this, if you sign up for my newsletter, which I'll have a link below, you'll get the introduction pack. And then every week I'm sending out, so these are for the next 4 weeks. I'm sending out the letter, an envelope, and some goodies to go with it. And then on Wednesdays, I am planning on doing just what I'm doing now, just to show you. So sign up for the newsletter so you get these, because I won't have time to go back and send them out individually. So please do. What I'm going to do with this first letter, I'm thinking, I don't know if I want it right there. And then I was looking at this. Or what we could do is put this down here at the bottom and roll it up. You know what? I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it in half because it actually fits my paper just right. Right there. And I'm going to glue it down right there. And then we'll fold it in. And these will be some flaps to do stuff. Yep, I think that works for me. So let me get my glue page. And then the other thing for me, crafting helps me a lot to get past some of the stress that I got going on. And it helps you just to get away for a minute, because I can already tell just sitting here, putting this on the paper and talking to you guys that I'm feeling calmer. I know a lot of it has to do with God, but then I feel like some of it has to do with you guys too, because y'all are always here with me. Look at that. I almost got it all the way to the end. A little bit more. I probably went overboard, didn't I? I did. Let's see. So this next page I'll pay more attention. I am going to come and stencil over this. So let me do it this way this time. So I do plan on sending a envelope with these every week. I'm hoping the same size. I don't see why I wouldn't. And then, as you see, it will fit your paper. Now, whether I do them like this every time or not, I don't know. Let's see. I really like this too, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that where we can see it. But I'm going to cut this little bit off right here. I keep forgetting I need to get closer. You know, I found these the other day. These are from my coffee dyed pages, but I haven't used these yet. I thought they would be good to do some stenciling. That would be pretty. I like this one. So like that lion, one day I may come in here. Let's see if it's big enough. It's not quite big enough, but we could make a bigger page that folds in and do a lion page. Since this has flowers, I think I'm going to try the roses across the top. Or I have this one. What do you think? Maybe that right there, or this. Kind of like this. Let me get this under here. And I do have different colors. I just use the vintage photo quite often. So I want a little bit more right in here, but I don't want a whole lot. See if I can get something like that, just to kind of fill it up, but not overdo it. Then I'm just going to flip it around and I'm going to do the other side. Let's see. I can get close in the front in here, but that's okay. We can always add a little more, can't we? I think that's a glue. Yeah. So then the next question is, do I want to stencil on this while I have this out? I think it would actually bring all of it together. Let me just, I think I'm going to try and figure out how to attach it without the whole thing being attached, so you can flip it up and see it. I love these stencils on coffee dyed paper. They are so pretty. I think. Look how that's going up there. Let's see. I'm going to do this across this side just to give it some other direction or something. Yeah. That's a little too big. I wouldn't mind something different right there. I have some roses. What do you think? Oh yeah, that looks good. I like it. feel like something needs to go right there. See how it just feels like a hole, but it's really not. But it feels like it. It's a little better. I don't like right here where that kind of. Okay. I'll put my stencils up and my mess over here. I was trying out a new mat for this. These are just placemats. I think I got them at Dollar General. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we still got more. Just stamp. I'm glad we looked at that because that's a big old piece right there. It stuck to my finger. Alright. Let's see, what are we going to do on the front? I like those little roses. We could just mirror them from the outside. So I want to go over this lightly to get some of that white where it's just not so white looking at me. So, what I think I'm going to do is get my, do I need my scoreboard? Oh, no, let's see. So these are already folded. I did do these folds already. Let's do them again. I probably shouldn't have glued right in there. What I want to do though is I want to score this one also. Where we can fold it up some kind of way. So now, let's see, did I miss some more stuff? Let's see, this just kind of needs a little bit of knocking that white down too. That part may be the bottom. I don't know, I may put it somewhere where you don't see it as much. But then again, it does look like it could be just, it got more coffee than the rest. So this is what I'm thinking. Okay, we may have to fold this up again. Fold it up like this. Let's see, that's going to be a little bit long, but we could fold it again to fit. Fold that down. So one reason I chose this book instead of making my own journal is because I don't know, I feel like this, I can just put stuff in and I'm not having to worry about it. Kind of like my other book over yonder. I don't know where it went. But it was fun, and I'm still not done with it yet. Okay. See, this is going to need to be folded in just a tiny bit, or either, well, a trim down is not going to work. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to have to be folded just a little bit, so we could fold it like that. So my original plan, and still is, because I may just sit down and write a letter later on today about my day to Eleanor and Grace, and I may just put it right over here. I don't know, especially since I figured this part out. Let's see. So this is going to go this way and this way. And then we got these over here that fold in, or we could fold them in before we got started. So we could do like this. That's nice. Okay, so I'm going to put a little clip on it for a second, I think. So this will be the side that's going to be up right now. I would really like this side up. So let me see what we can do. Okay. It's going to be upside down if I do it that way. This way is upside down too, but you read it the right way. So that's something I can look at the next time. Is which direction am I going in? And I do think for this page, since I already have all that stenciling, I'm going to go ahead and add a little more around the edges just to match. I don't need a whole lot. Well, I might. Just go ahead and fill it up on this one page that way. Because I forgot we are going to have all that under there. So if I glue this down, we'd still be showing that part. See right here? Where some of that stuff's coming from. I don't know if it's from my ink pad or if it's from something else. It's kind of cute there too. So let's just add a little more. I mean, right now I don't know. How did that get there? Oh, right here. See, I'm not quite sure where I need to put more stuff. And if I need to do this much, but when we get done, we'll kind of know, won't we, for the next time. Okay. I think that will work for now with my dirty hands. So I do definitely encourage you to write letters. There is, if you are signed up, you got the monthly planner, which has letter pages in it that coordinate with this. So you can just print one out and do it that way. I'm not writing that way. What we could do is put another stamp up at the top up there to straighten it out. I started there and it just kind of came out this way. Fold it up that way. What I'm looking at, and I'm going to trim these because they're just bugging me. If I had stronger paper, this is just regular paper. I didn't print it on other paper. If you didn't have all this going in and folding like I do, you wouldn't have this problem, but I do have this turned around differently. I think I need a new brush there. Oh, if I do it this way, I could put it right there, glue this page down, and I could leave that where we have a little pocket. And also, I think this would look good with some lace or something behind it. Really, I can find something here. Look at that. That would be pretty right there. Okay, so that'll help cover up my stamp since it's upside down. I like that. Could have that sticking at the bottom so it's got a little frilly there, or have this one that's kind of brown. What do you think? I think the brown looks better. Let me see. There's a little of this. I won't put a whole lot on because I don't want that having to sit all day long. And when it comes out, don't it? So I'm using the fabric tack because it's fabric. And this lace, I probably could have glued it to the envelope before I put the letter in it. But since I didn't, we'll glue it down like this. I'll just have to leave it open longer for this to pick up. So I didn't put any on the edges just because I think it's going to cover up my pretty flower there, but sometimes that happens. So I'm going to lightly just brush against that, get some of that white off of there. It's just a little too much white for me. I could do this, or I could put this down across the bottom to match. I think I could do it across the top like that. Kind of like the matching part. Put it here. I actually think I like it down here with that envelope, and then it's kind of poking out the bottom. So we are going to put some right there. I want it to fit all the way across. Our glue page again. And you know what? I'm going to mess this up already. So I don't want this all the way on there. And that's going to be some of the problem right here. Is this right here. This could go right there, or it could cover it up, or maybe even go up a little bit right there. What do you think? And then I've got all of these cards. I could stick one over that place right there that I'm not real happy with. I could put that, one of those. So I do think I'm going to glue this down. It's just where I want to glue it. Right there, or a little bit further down. I'm having to pull it up so I can look at it from the top. I'm thinking right there. put glue right there down the side just to cover that up. What did I say? So now we have a little pocket right there. This will open it for us to read it. And I'm going to read it actually on screen today, not voiceover. So we'll get to that in a minute. And I'll put it at the beginning of the video. So these are just cut out butterflies and stuff. Let's see what I might like on there. That one looks kind of good. So what I want the butterfly for is to kind of put that down under. I think it would go under. I need some kind of way for it to hold. I could do it like this. I don't have any magnets, do I? No. I have some Velcro though. Velcro could actually go right there. So I wanted my little round one, but I don't know where they are. I just bought a whole pack. We will make do with what we got. You can see I've already been chomping on this one. This here is some strong stuff. I probably don't need maybe that size. Oh, it went over yonder somewhere. Well, some of it did. Some of it's right here. You know why? Because it's not the right sticky. Okay, try this now. Yeah, much better. So when I write my own personal letters, I'll have them in there like this because I'm not sharing those. But you know, there may be a few that I want to share. For the most part, if I write any, I'm going to write them so that they're for me and not for everybody else. So I had some post stamps a while ago. See I've got these in my shop. But no, I don't think I got those yet. I think they're looking at getting up there. So I have a lot of little postage stamps. I could stick one up there for the name. What else do I got? Maybe that one. It's kind of blending in on that one. So these are little. I've got bigger. You can print them off bigger. Kind of like the deer. It's a butterfly. He's half cut off, but he's a butterfly. Okay. And I do have some of these things that have Quiet Wednesday on it. Rooted in Grace. These are from some other things, some other kits that I've got. No, I don't see one that's just saying, hey, put me on there. Maybe this butterfly one. See how I can't cut out straight. I'm crooked. There's the Quiet Wednesday Society. Now it's changed to the Quiet Archives Society. You know, I should have done. It's too late now, I think. I should put this on the, no, because the butterfly, I'm thinking I could still put the butterfly right there. Put them up here. So I've got all this ephemera, which I'm going to grab my envelope to put it in. Probably make me one. I think I want this up here somewhere so it can be seen. Because that's the whole thing of today, is when the road's not clear. This is one of my favorites. Be still and know that I am God. I can fit right there. He makes a way where there seems like none. You are held in his arms. The Lord is my strength and my shield. I like all those. I do want this up there though. What can I put with it? I want something to go back there behind it. I like that, yeah. We're going to be done in a minute. I mean, really, I know y'all are saying, you just keep adding more stuff. And that's the thing, is you can add more, you can take it away. I do want to glue that with some more glue. Put that right there. And you'll see as we go through this, I will be adding more and more stuff off camera, on camera. About right there. I don't know, I feel like it's needing something else. Put that right there. So I do have my stuff for my little thing. Is it too? Yeah, I think it is. But they must be glued together for some reason. I like that pink one right there. Yeah, to put too much on here, but for some reason now, I wasn't going to do much, but now that I've gotten started, I feel like I'm just keep having all these ideas, and that's usually the way it goes with me. If I can get myself in here, then I can. I want that right there. I think I do. And then I'm going to put some bling on it because I just like my bling, especially on my butterflies. I don't need that many for sure. I only need 3. Maybe I can put more somewhere. I think. Oh no, we can try it. See if I can get in there or not. These are kind of small. So these don't have any glue on them. I was running out of this size and I decided to try that. So over time we'll see how they do. Get in there. So my fingers are sticky too. It's not helping one bit. Okay. Since I don't have another envelope ready right away, I'm going to go ahead and put these in here for today. You know, this might be a prayer for me here in a little bit. I don't know. I think I need it. What do you think? Yeah. So that could actually go right in there when I get done, and you can't even see it. Oh, I turned it that way though, I think. So, this is our page for today. I'll trim that off a little bit if I can. You know what I forgot was the date. So July 1st. So I'm going to use this for my dates, I think. Yep. Let's see. Maybe I want to put it in here, out here. We'll try there for now. So that's like an archive. I do have my other cargo stitch code that we could stamp it to. Let's get it right here. Yeah. Since I'm doing archives, I had to stamp it and stuff, you know, say it's been in there. As we close today's letter from the Quiet Archives, remember that even the smallest moments are worth preserving. Thank you for joining me. Until next Wednesday, may you walk in peace, create with joy, and trust that God is writing a beautiful story one day at a time.